As the sun began its slow descent over Longford, casting a warm golden glow across the fields, we arrived at the Slashers hurling camp to catch a glimpse of the team's training session. It is one of those perfect autumn evenings where the cool, crisp air invigorates both players and spectators alike. The rustling of the fallen leaves blended with the sounds of hurleys striking schlitters as the team put in the final touches ahead of this weekend's much anticipated county final. The energy was palpable as the players hit the pitch, their focus unwavering. Under the watchful eye of their coach, the squad went through a series of drills with an intensity that reflects the importance of their upcoming clash against Wolf Tones. Their sharpness and speed were evident, with each pass and shot demonstrating the form that has brought them to this stage of the championship. Captain Johnny Casey led by example, his leadership clear both on and off the field. Rallying his teammates during break intervals, he showed the calm confidence of a man who has been in this position before, guiding Slashers to victory in previous campaigns. The atmosphere at the camp was a perfect blend of focus and camaraderie. While the session was rigorous, there was a strong sense of unity among the players, many of whom have grown up playing together. Young talent blended seamlessly with experienced veterans, all united by a common goal: to defend their title and bring glory back to Slashers. Standing at the edge of the field, I spoke with coach Niall Ward.
This is my club here in Longford, Longford Slashers, and lucky enough, when I was growing up, I came from a GA household, and the hurling was just starting up here, so naturally I was sent up, like most young fellas, to play hurling and football in the club. And I stayed true to the club. I went off. I kicked a bit of football with league, and then for a while, when I stopped playing football here first, and then I sort of I had to come back home, we'll say, in terms of football anyway, after a while. But I enjoyed my time in league, and that's my father's club, and that's where the ward people are.
How do you balance and manage the senior team, overseeing everything, and doing something quite similar? Now, I know you have help from lots of other people in the club, but how do you personally manage all of this?
With great difficulty, actually. You'd think that it'd get easier as time goes on, and every year I find is different. Every season has new challenges. Your strong under 14 team last year could be weak this year, and I think this year in particular, kind of more as much by accident as by design, we got people involved with nearly every age group. So even though it was still a struggle, there was more people. Many hands make light work, and that's what a club should be. It shouldn't be about Mr. Hurlin or Mr. Ward or anybody like that. We're what's the phrase in Irish? Gomor Lakela, Ninarker Cur Lakela.
The fact there's only 3 teams in Longford at a senior level, and I know there are a couple of younger clubs coming up, and I know I filmed the Tánaóg competitions and Cuchulainn competitions. So how does all of this fit in with the fact that you have only 3 teams? Are you able to take part in the Cuchulainn and the Tánaóg at a younger age group, or what's the story there?
Well, the big challenge with any hurling club in a county like Longford, or the surrounding counties, I'd say most of them are in a similar boat to us, is to be able to field at every age group. When I say that, I mean from under 8 up to senior. So it's a numbers game as much as anything else. Then it's a question of you need enough games. You need enough fixtures and games, and the Tánaóg and Cuchulainn has been big help with that. Used to be a big fall off after under 14 with hurling, and the big struggle is to keep lads going. So they're eligible to play once they turning 18. We have a number of minors still, played minor hurling, playing minor football this year as well, and are eligible and will be taking a big part of our senior squad now this year. So, it's a matter of keeping them, holding on to them, and
I'm sure you have a lot of dual players. So, how do you balance, maintaining peak physical condition, avoiding burnout, particularly with a limited probably number of players?
Well, I've said once or twice, I may have been quoted or not, but I don't think any player ever burnt out from playing senior hurling in Longford, club hurling. So I think the problem is then if you have lads playing adult hurling, adult football, that I'd always make allowances, and I'm sure the hurling people will always make allowances for fellas playing football, and kind of, okay, well, he doesn't have to do the heavy running tonight because he had football training last night. But I wonder, do some of the football coaches or managers take that kind of just in consideration of their own players, that well, he had a hurling match last night, I don't want to flog him. That's not much good to the player or to his team in the long run. But some of the, I suppose at adult level in the football side of things, a lot of the time you have fellas coming in from outside the club, and they're brought in by the club, given a job to do, and so they don't really care, if a lad is hurling or not. He has to do a job as far as he's concerned. So it's not necessarily that individual's fault either.
So what would you like to achieve, let's say, this season or in the next couple of seasons? Not so much with just slashers, or maybe just with slashers, but in general for the development of the game. What would you hope or like to achieve?
Well, yeah, look, I suppose I can only really do what I can do within my own club, and I've done a lot of work, particularly at underage for underage county development squads, and over the years, and we've a good man there involved now, Kieran McCaughey. He's a Galway man, but he's looking after the development of hurling at underage in the county. He's a good man. He's genuinely interested in it, and he's a good rapport again with the football coaches in Pierce, out of Pierce Park and all that. So that's important as well. Look, I'd like to. It's great to see there's more clubs now at underage. We've let in the Leitrim clubs into our own into our underage competitions. So there's more games straight away. So on top of the Táin Og fixtures, we have our own championships are expanded. So all of a sudden there's 5 teams in every competition from under 12 to under 18. So that's all good for the game, good for the profile. So I'm like, from Slasher's point of view, we've done a lot at underage, and I'd like to see. I think our biggest problem then at senior level is we are consistently getting to county finals over the last number of years, but we've only won one, so we need to kind of put that right.
And if they don't put that right on the day, it won't be because of a lack of commitment and preparation. As we left the training session, the warm autumn evening, the glowing lights of the training field, and the laughter and encouragement from the sidelines painted a picture of a team united by a shared dream. Now the entire Slashers family can look forward to Sunday, where their effort will be put to the ultimate test. Win or lose, their place in the final is already a testament to the relentless spirit and the pride they've instilled in Longford hurling.